to me, if you make any more bad decisions between now and midterms, everybody knows it's not going to be pretty. But Tom, if let's just say they flip 70 seats, 80 seats, if it's a bloodbath of all time, you got to figure out a way to not make it the bloodbath of all time. That's embarrassing. It's so bad that this story comes out, folks, just yesterday on what's taking place. Where's that story at in regards to people retiring? Where's that story at? Okay, there's a page 5. Go on page 5. Okay, so this story is absolutely mind-boggling on what the story is. Surge in House Democratic 2022 retirement announces as 2021 comes to a close. A trio of Democrats and a House Representative Stephanie Murphy of Florida, Lucille Roy Ballard of California, Albio Citas of Jersey, last week said that they'll retire at the end of the year rather than run again in 2022 midterms for another term in Congress. The latest news brought 23 to the number of House Democrats who are retiring or bidding for another office rather than run for re-election in 2022. With when their party tries to defend its razor-thin majority in the House, the GOP needs to net gain of just 5 seats in the 435-member chamber next year to regain House majority. It lost to Democrats in 2018 midterms. Republicans have history on the side. On the average, party that wins the White House in a presidential election loses more than 25 seats in the ensuing midterm election. How ugly you think it's going to get to the point where guys are retiring?
Well, I think there's 3 things going on here. Thing number 1 is they know what you were about to say, Pat, or what I think you were about to say is correct. Right now, look, history's not on your side. Midterm is usually tough for the party in the White House. Okay, we have to contain our losses, point number 1. But point number 2 is we have so much going on social. This isn't just a controversy, like with Monica Lewinsky or something. This is a nationwide multi-year pandemic that's hitting the economy. And now the wave is pushing back against the administration. So the administration has got that going on. And then the third thing that's going on is this is also historical. Right now, you've got a lot more Republican governors. And what is happening in the states is all the redistricting, which is why we've got these districts that look so freaking weird the way they're set. And so you have redistricting.
Some might call that gerrymandering.
Yeah, it is for Republicans or Democrats. It's gerrymandering. And so right now you've got a lot of folks that are feeling like their alternate party governor is gerrymandering them out of a seat that even if we didn't have all the COVID and all the national pandemic and everything that goes with it, right now there's a whole bunch of people that are being gerrymandered right out of a seat. Mm-hmm. So, and this is a trick that both sides use, but there happens to be more Republican governors right now. And so I think they got to contain, they have to contain. And when these folks can announce retirement early, they can at least get maybe something of a candidate up. That's what I think's going on here.
Yeah, well, they're also, when redlining happens, man, the far left in the party is where all the money is. That's where everything's coming from, and they're primarying their own people. So there's people don't realize there's a civil war within the Democratic Party right now.
Oh, absolutely.
And the progressives have won. The progressives have hijacked Nancy Pelosi because that's where the money is. And people like AOC, we talk about a lot because she's a firebrand and all. She's not a very powerful person in terms of what she can actually accomplish as a legislator. But she's an incredibly powerful person with her voice, her ability to raise funds. You're
talking about AOC?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, are you talking about AOC?
AOC,
or?
yeah.
Okay.
So what they do, what the quote-unquote squad does, what Justice Democrats do, it's Justice Democrats, if you guys want to look it up on Twitter. If you want to know what Nancy Pelosi is going to say tomorrow, follow Justice Democrats today. They're a think tank, and they're probably the most powerful lobby in the world right now. So Saikat Chakrabarti is the most powerful man in America that nobody knows who his name is.
It's like a chatty Cathy doll. You pull the string on those Democrats and Nancy Pelosi
Very dangerous human being. So what happens is that they don't run in purple districts. They don't put progressives up in purple districts. They don't go after Republicans. They go after Democrats. They hollow out their own base. They go after heavy blue areas, and then they run to the left of that. And that's what you're seeing, the New York governor. Probably why Cuomo was ousted was because he was, for all intents and purposes, a moderate in today's world. And they wanted far left push, hard left push, wanted him to get on board. Got rid of him. So when you're looking at what's happening right now, you're going to see the left double down and triple down because they're going to lose in the midterms, and you're going to have, I guarantee you, mark this right now, an hour and a half into this podcast, AOC is going to grandstand and say, they didn't ask us to help. They didn't ask us to fundraise. They didn't ask us to come in. And she's going to blame the bloodbath on the fact that they tried to appeal to the moderate voter instead of rally the left base. She wants to win on the fringe. She's not here for America. She's here for the revolution. And that's what's happening right now within that side. That's where the money's going.
Yeah, but okay, so let's just say that's the case. Fine, you want a different angle. The angle I'm going right now is, are they going to be even more extreme between now and midterm? So you said, I don't think they're going to make, what do you call it, domestic travel mandatory to be showing your vaccination card. Here's what I will tell you. I think it's a bad move if they do. I think it's going to hurt them even more at midterms if they do.
I agree.
think the smarter move is not to do it.
I agree.
I agree with that.
But by the way, here's the part. If they're strategic, don't do it. If they do it, they're going to piss off a lot of regular people that their job
It
relies
pissed
on.
me off. Like, I'm not even double vaccinated, you know? I'd be like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.